I said, okay, I'm going to do this. So I started, and literally for 3 weeks, I hadn't taken a vacation from work for 5 years. So for 3 weeks, I took it off, and I literally uploaded 1,000 covers.
1,000, really?
1,000. I just, for 3 weeks straight, all I did was sing my head off. It got so bad that TikTok thought I was a bot, right? Because how could so
You're probably thinking, like, how can this guy say, yeah, like literally thousands.
Right, exactly.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Up and Adam Show. Guys, we're sitting with an internet sensation today. He's breaking TikTok and everything right now with all his amazing cover songs. And on TikTok, he just surpassed 3 million followers, 3.2 to be exact. Please welcome the legend, Mr. Rodger Cleye. How's it going, man?
Hi, Adam.
Hey, I'm excited to have you
Thanks
on.
for having me.
No problem. I'm excited because I know you typically don't do this often. I know you're very selective with interviews and stuff. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. I appreciate it. So to get into everything, because I started following you. It's been a while since I've been following you now, and you post these great cover songs, and I just want to know how you got started doing this stuff and why TikTok specifically.
Yeah, well, it was a couple of years ago that my kids were on it. They're not really kids now, though. One's in college and they both left the nest, but they were on it, and I'm like, oh, what's this? What is, because my big blogging up to then was YouTube, right? I'm kind of old school Facebook and YouTube. Hadn't even done the Insta or any of that, but they're on that. And I'm like, oh, that looks fun. I've got a bunch of songs from 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I want to sing to everybody, because I keep hearing, these people say, "Oh, have you heard this new song?" when it wasn't new, and I just wanted to bring all the old stuff to the new generation. So I also play guitar, and I always never had an audience. It was just in the bedroom, and so I thought, so I tell my kids that I'm gonna do this, and they're like, "Oh, Dad, don't. It's TikTok really isn't your age group." So and I thought, well, I kind of felt like music was sort of timeless, so I said, no, I'm going to do it. And I did tell my son, this is I go, tell you what, if I get for every 100,000 followers I get, and every 1 million likes I get, you'll buy me an ice cream cone. Sound good, son? And he laughed, right? Obviously, he's like, come on, right? They're already thinking zero from day one, But anyway, so I said, okay, I'm going to do this. So I started, and literally for 3 weeks, I hadn't taken a vacation from work for 5 years. So for 3 weeks, I took it off, and I literally uploaded 1,000 covers.
1,000, really?
1,000. I just, for 3 weeks straight, all I did was sing my head off. It got so bad that TikTok thought I was a bot, right? Because how could so
you're probably thinking, like, how can this guy say, yeah, like literally thousands.
Right, exactly. I mean, it was just, they thought I was just spamming them, but I was actually anyway. That all that work got me like 10,000 followers, which to me was just like outrageous, right? Because it was presumed that I wasn't going to go anywhere with it. But I mean, 10,000 people joined, and then the next thing it was my big break was when somebody said, "Can you do Love Sosa?" And apparently, older Caucasian guys aren't really assumed to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then that became my first viral one, which was 50,000 views, and then from there on, just as time went on, by 2 years, I ended up getting a couple 100,000. And again, I came to my son and I said, 200,000 is awesome, but wouldn't it be fun to have 1 million followers? And now he was feeling pretty bad, because he was kind of in debt, some ice cream cones. By then, he had owed me 2 ice cream cones for followers. And
I was gonna say, you literally, now you're at 3.2 million. This guy, either he got you so many ice cream cones, You should have raised the
That's
stakes higher. You should have raised the stakes higher.
well for likes that I've got almost 80 million. That's 80 ice cream cones and likes. He's hating life. Okay, but anyway, I cleared
him. Good. See that's why you're a good dad. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
yeah.
I forget where I was going with that. But in any case, it took off, and it's been really fun. For me, it's just great because I do love to sing, and I love bringing it out. And I'm an engineer during the day, so at night it's really nice to relax and to finally have an audience to sing to. So thank you all for hanging out.
Your followers, they make these edits with you.
Yes.
And I love them so much because it's not just you. This is what I love about you. You don't just do these covers and that's it. Like you're making a community with them, right? And people have fun.
Right.
Like
I don't edit them though. Every edit has never been made by me.
No, I know that, and that's why it's so cool. People just and I'm not sure. Do you know who started it or anything? Or
I don't know. That would be interesting. Somebody somewhere obviously just thought it would be fun to chop off my head and put me in a bathtub with a towel, and apparently that then it went crazy. Right? That's yeah. To me, that was the most astonishing thing is I had my followers and stuff, but literally 4 or 5 times bigger than what I see in my numbers is going on because everybody's just having fun, doing these edits. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't love anymore. What was all of it for? We don't talk anymore like we used to do. I think that also helped get your videos out too, and like propel. Oh yeah, that's for me. It's just more exposure, and at least for the most that I see, people have been tasteful about it, right? I don't really want to be chopped off and put in a murder scene or anything.
No. Right? What has been your favorite edit? Have you that you've seen? What is your favorite?
Oh gosh, there's an elderly lady that likes to sing in the car with me. And
oh wait, I think I've seen it. What song is it though?
I know I'm trying to think of exactly what it was, but she's very animated and they're quite silly. And I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. That's what I like about TikTok duets is, you can sing with people and you can have quite a good time with it. In fact, you'll see that on my site, I do that a lot. Now, a lot of people are just lip syncing, but occasionally I just run across, beautiful singers, and it just feels like such an honor to sit alongside them and sing.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. And you've been getting all this positive feedback on your videos, and I'm just curious to know what your goal with all this is, where you see yourself even in the future.
It's what it's always been, just to share great music from all the decades, keeping everything positive and get just a chance to get together. Like I did feel that COVID kind of, made everybody feel down, and I just want to get out and sing and be happy about life and just, have everybody have a good time.
Yeah, and I admire that about you because there's a lot of people out there that are afraid to put themselves on TikTok and YouTube, and I think you've done something where people get inspired and they look at themselves and go, you know what? Rodger's doing it. Yes. He's spreading kindness and positive vibes. Why can't I do it? And that's the whole point is, right? You want to help people break out of their shell too. Because
I get very kind comments. People say I started singing because of you. I mean, how wonderful is that? Or I was having a bad day, and then you cheered me up. That's just it. That's what makes it just so worth it for me.
Yeah, and I mean, you started doing this stuff on TikTok, but before this, because you mentioned you also play instruments as well. When you were younger, did you also try to get into music as well? Was it a lot harder back then?
I did, yeah. It was all 28 years ago. My mom gave me a guitar, and I said, "Well, I don't know how to play, Mom. That's kind of a problem." She goes, "Oh, but you will, and it will carry you. It'll bring you much joy." And she was dead on. I finally did just sit down and got some the basic chords and started writing my own music and I even sang. I have 24 singles on Spotify that are originals that aren't going anywhere. I'm mostly known for covering other people's stuff. However, that doesn't mean they weren't fun to write and they aren't fun to play. And it's kind of cool that at least there is an audience that can stream it if they're so inclined.
Absolutely, yeah, and I'll definitely be doing that as well. Thanks for telling me about that because I didn't know, to be honest, that you had stuff on Spotify. But
yeah, sometimes I get comments it's like, "Oh man, you should be on Spotify." It's like, well, I'm afraid
I am. That's amazing. You mentioned that music for you is like it's always been timeless for you, right? And especially like singing a lot of your favorite songs. What are some of your favorite bands and songs, like even from like back then and now? Like, what are some things that you like?
Well, I'm definitely an '80s kid. Going back to that, 28 years, and my college years in high school was '80s, so I'm all into Depeche Mode and Oingo Boingo. Those are really great influences. Just that kind of big makeup, big hair time of music.
Everything was larger than life, man.
That's right. And if anybody ever requests those, it's like they pretty much, I usually, I know them. I've sung them so many times in my car that, I can just bang them out. And, so if a little trick, if you've got an 80s, 90s-ish song that you like, you're likely to move up in the queue just because it's just so darn easy and so familiar to me. Though I have to admit, I've been exposed to a lot of new artists like Lana Del Rey, etc., Mitski, that have, and Conan Gray. They all have great lyrics and they're powerful. I just don't know them as well, but it's sure a treat to reproduce them.
Yeah, even like look at like people like Lady Gaga, The Weeknd, Dua Lipa. I think artists like that, they've changed the industry for the better. Not to say that.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, we don't even have to talk about how Lady Gaga has helped my fame, right? I've got like 35 million views on
Judas, yeah.
On Judas, so that's I have to thank you, Lady Gaga.
That is so yeah, man. I'm telling you, and like again, not to knock the industry now, but I feel like they're kind of bringing back that kind of nostalgia, right?
This all started for me because the music is so good. I mean, it's definitely good now, but there's a lot of gems, all the way even going back to Elvis and stuff. And so for me, it's fun. I can just pop into any decade and be there, and I've been in many of them. But anyway, it's a treat.
That's awesome. Well, I want to show you a couple of my records that I have. I'm actually a record guy, but let me show you a couple of these.
I hear there's really cool record players that use lasers to play the vinyl,
and then they don't know about that.
And they don't even damage the groove, so you can preserve your fidelity. If you're kind of an audiophile vinyl guy, you should really look into that because you can save your records and hear it in certain cases pop free. They're kind of amazing, really.
These are some of the records I have. I have a lot more, obviously, but for example, okay, this is a newer one. I got the Dawn FM album on The Weeknd. So
all right.
This one's a good one.
I guess that's sort of hard to see because I wish this big flash screen wasn't
here. Want me to help you take it off, or?
Yeah, I don't know how to try to take it off. I tried to swipe it away, but it's a you thing.
It's okay. Well, I got this.
But anyway, if you just push it to your left, I can see it. It's just
like
blocking
this?
your face. I can see that. Yes.
Perfect. You know what that is?
It's in mirror image, so I'm not so good. Okay, Garth. Wait, Garth. I'm not familiar with that cover.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, it's just hard to. I think it's in mirror image.
It's mirrored. Yeah. This one, of course, Queen.
Well, yeah, duh.
Queen is classic.
And I love singing Queen.
Oh yeah, really? Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, I do. I'll always do a Bohemian Rhapsody in my lives. I don't know. Have you been to some of the lives? They're quite.
I have, yeah, but I haven't caught it when you did Bohemian Rhapsody though. But yeah, that's classic. And then we're going way back now. Frank Sinatra.
Oh boy, yeah, wow. I haven't done enough of him lately. I should do more.
Well, I mean, yeah, because the Christmas time's coming up, right? Maybe you do some of these Christmas classics.
It's the season.
But you know what?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
And you know what too? Michael Bublé is the only guy that I could say confident that he's gonna be not the next Frank Sinatra because there's only one.
No, he definitely is. No, he's a legend in his own right. So
yeah, man, like he has that soulfulness in his voice. So I gotta see him live one day. I've missed his show so many times because of work and stuff. I gotta go one day. I have to go.
Yeah.
This one's Electric Light
Oh, yeah.
Orchestra.
I wish people would request more of them.
Yeah,
I,
Evil Woman.
I, yeah, and just yeah, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. Oh no, no, no.
Love it, love it. And this one, of course, classic, iconic.
Well, yeah, again, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, definitely your collection is covering a great base.
Yeah, and my last one here is Santana. You like Santana?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't know Santana?
Love it so much, man. Yeah, but it's awesome talking about this stuff because look, I have an old soul, and talking with someone like you, like I knew we were gonna
Oh,
kick it off well because it just
oh, I
we
can
relate to
definitely
each other.
relate. Yes,
You know what I mean?
definitely relate.
Yeah. You mentioned already that you do engineering for your day job and stuff like that, and I guess I was gonna ask you what is something that people may not know about you. I'm guessing that's one of the things, right? Because I saw you made a robot. I thought that was so
Yeah, oh, yeah.
interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. If you go to my lastname.com, you can see all the fun engineering I do, which is everything from bicycles that are horses to men that shoot up in the sky 3 stories to full blown Star Wars flying hovercraft vehicles. It's that's really fun. But again, all those things are just for fun. My real work is engineering to help bring on the whole self-driving car revolution and just save a lot of lives with the technology. And that's what pays the bills. That's what I'm like. If you like my singing, that singing is really just my warm down playtime hobby compared to my engineering, which I enjoy so much. I got to help my nephew of all people start a company that's driving this. So I'm very excited
Wow.
to help save lives in the future.
Yeah, and see, but like I don't know if you realize this, and because you're such a humble guy, but you're a genius, man. Like literally, you're really smart. Like to do that, like just to make like you all the stuff you mentioned, like you talk about it so nonchalant. Yeah, I made a robot. I made this, but you don't understand how that's
Well,
really cool.
I've just always loved it. I went to school for it.
Yeah,
It's just in me, just like the music is in me, and I am excited that I could both do engineering and singing. People think those are often so distinct, but they come together in me, and I love it. That's where I play in my mind.
that's awesome, man. And like, look, you spread positivity through your cover songs. You spread it through helping people with the self-driving cars. Like just everything you're doing is just so cool, and we're all rooting for you, man. And I want to thank you for coming on today. We had a great time. It was an awesome interview.
Can I do one more plug? One thing you may not know about
Of
that
course,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
actually
Of course. Say what you gotta say, man.
I'm extremely proud of is I write books and I'm on Amazon. I have written 2 poetry books and an adventure story. So if you're so inclined to, and they're cheap, they're only $6.99 paperbacks. Please check it out. It's called Rodger's Renaissance.
Roger Jones, I'll put the link down below, guys. Wow, man, dude, you're just full of surprise. Anything else? Or no, you're full of surprises.
I can't think of anything else right now.
It's okay, man. I'm sure something. You're always. I feel like you're always doing stuff. I'm sure we'll be keeping an eye out for your newest endeavors. 100%, man.
Awesome. Hey, I appreciate the interview, Adam. Take
Hey, no
care.
problem, man. It was so good. We'll stay in touch.
Okay. All right. Bye
All
now.
right. See you, man.